as you know, Father's Day is coming up this weekend, and if your kids are still looking for that gift to give their dad, why not give them one that they made themselves? And joining us now is Mary Renee Lemberg, the multitasking mom with easy crafts that kids can make with their dads. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, no problem. It's wonderful to be here. I kind of feel bad for dads because they
get squeezed.
They really do
They
get
do.
squeezed. Mom gets the jewelry, she gets the flowers, she gets the brunch out, and this wonderful like pampering day. And dads usually get to grill,
which they love to do.
Exactly, on Father's Day. So what I have started, and I started when my daughter was young, were different ways that were age appropriate for her to show daddy how much she loves him.
Oh.
And so this year what we did was we made a hands down t-shirt. So the top of it, Annabeth and I wrote together best dad ever, and then we took Annabeth and Angelica's handprints, put them down there, and wrote on the bottom hands down. So he is the best dad ever, hands down. And if your husband or dad doesn't want to do the t-shirt, but maybe you can make him an apron, or maybe you can put it on a bag for him. If he carries a laptop bag, they have those where you can get the bags to put the laptops in that are plain on the front, and then all you have to do is fabric markers for the words and then fabric paints for your child's hand.
It's great, and it's one of those things too. It's a memento that you're not going to want to get rid of. You'll have it for the rest of your life.
Absolutely, and it's great for grandfathers too, or if you have an uncle who might be a godfather or something, and you really want them to feel special on Father's Day. It's a great way to make that happen for them. The other way that any child can do is creating their own artwork that then you frame with a picture of themselves. These two happen to be professional shots of my girls because we just had them done for their milestone birthdays. But you could have it be just a random picture of them at the park, or even a picture with them with dad that it was taken at a special family function. Construction paper or finger paint paper, let them go at it. Let them have fun. My daughter, there's some pictures of her. That was her the other day, painting away, putting her handprints on there. And she's old enough where she can write, "I love you, Daddy." So she wrote a special message to go into her picture frame as well. And my youngest daughter, who is 2, she loved it as well and had a great time doing it.
That's so nice that you can make the background and it looks adorable.
It is, and it's a really sweet gift. And again, they're excellent ideas also for the grandfathers in their lives as well. What granddaddy wouldn't love to get a picture of his sweet son or grandson or granddaughter that's framed in their own artwork?
And you also have a couple writing projects which are great for any developmental age.
Absolutely. If you're actually my youngest daughter, who is 2, was able to answer some of these questions as well, and my oldest daughter, who is 5, actually was well, she wrote her own, but you really wouldn't have been able to see it so well on camera. So mommy rewrote it for her. But we just asked some simple questions around the dinner table the other night. My dad's hair is, and it was the color of his hair. My dad has what color eyes. How old do you think Daddy is, Annabeth? And she said 64, so there you go, Hud. Yeah. My dad is 15 feet tall. Some of my sweet ones here are.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It probably looks that way.
And it says his favorite thing to do is mow the lawn, which I sincerely doubt.
I really don't think that's quite it. What I loved was, I love it when Daddy keeps me safe. That one was really sweet.
Well, and those are things that stick with you and bring a tear to your eye.
Yeah, and you can stick that in a card for him, or if they've made their own cards, that becomes, and it becomes even like a little sentimental funniness too, that you can look back at age 5. Annabeth, look what you were thinking about Daddy.
Exactly,
you know?
yeah. Give it to them on their college graduation.
Right.
Them.
Right.
And you have another one here for a different age.
Yeah, if your child is older and if they're able to do their own like thought process or writing on their own, you can still do it with them because you want to encourage them and help build on that character. But 10 reasons that I love Daddy. And in my house, it would be not things that Daddy does for you, but what is it about Daddy that you love so much? So is he patient? Is he kind? Does he read stories? Is he really good at catching ball? You know, whatever it is about Dad that you are ready to celebrate. And other ways that you can celebrate Dad too are by my girls wear the same shirt that day that usually says, "I love Daddy's hugs," or "I love my daddy," or "I'm Daddy's girl." And that gives the dad a sense of, you know, celebration of who he is. My husband happens to be a firefighter, so we all have t-shirts that say, you know, firefighter's daughter or firefighter's wife, or my daddy's a firefighter, and we've been known to wear those that day just to celebrate Dad and to celebrate how much we appreciate him.
Well, that's the thing, Mary Renee. You can get Dad all the golf balls and all the ties in the world, but any of these gifts mean a whole lot more.
They do, indeed. And it's any way that you can show Dad in a sentimental way, but also in a very thoughtful way. It's easy for us to walk into a store and to spend money and to purchase him, like you said, the golf balls, the ties, which I've done.
Yeah,
You know,
I've done it too.
absolutely. But this way, it's from the heart, and it's also engaging your child in a discussion about why dad is so important. So if we're taking one day out of the year to celebrate just dad, why are we celebrating him?
Well, Mary Renee, thank you so much for stopping by today, and
Thank you.
tell your husband Happy Father's Day.
I will indeed. Thank you.
And for all these instructions and more, just visit us online, mymassappeal.com later today.